As he fights from behind to hang on to his Senate seat, Russ Feingold makes a brief stop amongst friends.
So the choice is clear.
He's come to thank union members in Madison who've been out knocking on doors, drumming up support for a three-term senator locked in a surprisingly tight race with his Republican opponent. Senator Feingold is a self-proclaimed maverick, voting against the Democratic Party numerous times over the years. But he supported health care reform and the stimulus package, and now he's paying the price. Senator, how do you explain the fact that this is a tough race for you this year and for other incumbents as well? How do you explain that?
Well, I always have tough races. Every single time I've had multimillionaires running against me. Every time people say this is the time I'm going to lose. So I'm used to that. But in terms of the national environment, and even here, it's obvious. It's because the economy's tough.
Russ Feingold wants to keep our jobs here, and it's just really critical that we are out there supporting him.
He's a good progressive voice in the Senate that I think we need in the times ahead, especially with the changes we're going to have to make.
These Feingold supporters are fired up and ready to vote. Their problem is mobilizing other Democratic Party supporters to do the same. There's disillusionment with Washington politics at the moment, and that makes it a tough year for incumbents from the majority party.
I'm Ron Johnson. I believe Congress is squandering America's future with reckless amounts of spending and debt.
The Republican Senate candidate is a successful Wisconsin businessman, Ron Johnson. He has never run for any public office before, but his strong anti-government spending message is putting a spring in the step of Republicans across the state.
Would you vote for Ron Johnson or Russ Feingold?
Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson.
Republican Party volunteers say the positive response they're getting is a complete reversal of the Democratic tide that swept Wisconsin in 2008. It's one of the last festivals before the cold of winter sets in, Oktoberfest in Elkhorn. People have come from all around to enjoy the food, crafts and entertainment. Jeff Smith and his family live nearby. He's voting for Ron Johnson for Senate.
When Russ first ran, I voted for him the first time around. He's really become a disappointment in my mind because he voted for health care and, the pork barreling continues.
Wisconsin is often described as a liberal state. It voted strongly for President Obama in 2008. But with a mixture of big industrial cities, small towns and farming communities, it's like many other states in the country, finely balanced between liberals and conservatives. Which is why this election could come down to who gets their voters to turn out.
Hey, can we talk to you guys a little bit about voting?
For student activists at the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee, drumming up enthusiasm is hard work.
We have our Senate and our governor up for election, but you don't have the same star power that the presidential election brought. You don't have the same sense of historic change that the presidential election brought. Hey guys, you got a second?
Wisconsin had one of the highest rates of student participation in the 2008 election. They boosted the Democratic vote. With just 2 weeks to go, Russ Feingold will be hoping they'll do the same again to help him keep his Senate seat.
See you at the polls.
Claire Bolderson, BBC News, Wisconsin.
Well,